The composition doesn't end at the canvas. When we think about design, we think about our art, the colors, the composition, the subject. But what if design does not stop there? What if your entire life, your workspace, your routines, even what you choose to look at is something of your design and influences your art consequently? When you draw, you invariably idealize and simplify. You decide on a composition of lines and shapes. You choose how many tones to use. You decide which colors to use, where to deviate from observation, and to add or remove or change things for the benefit of a better composition. You design the composition of your art. When you decide how large to print a work, how to frame it, where to hang it, you are designing context, and context changes meaning. The sequence, the series of drawings you make, one after the other, is a creative choice. A series of works is something you design. Too, you'll probably arrive at a series because you were attempting to achieve a certain effect and keep trying different approaches, one work after the other. That is usually how artists do it. But that is by no means the only way. A fashion designer may design an ensemble of dresses for a show. That's a series of works, too. They may have a theme and vary the dresses enough that each is different and interesting in its own right, while all still being similar enough that they belong to the same series due to the fact that they all represent the same theme. These are things you can think through. These are series you can design. Did you exhaustively explore the theme or idea, or is there room for more? When you have all these works that relate to one topic, experiment or theme, you get to pick and choose which ones to show at an exhibition. Should you add more or remove works from the series? You in effect design the exposition by deciding which works to show and which to not show. You design your body of work. You decide what drawing tools to use, what paper, what size and quality, what sketchbook, which combination of pens and pencils to use, where to put them, or how to carry them around. You choose a bag and decide on which items, what ensemble of drawing tools to put in there. That influences how the sketches come out. You design the composition of the tools you use. You create a workspace. What table, what chair, what lighting, what drawing tools. You design your workspace. You choose the art to surround yourself with, the books to surround yourself with, and both inspire you. You design the combination of art and artists that you surround yourself with and that you let inspire you. You figure out a schedule for your days. When to do work, household chores, when to sleep, when to eat, shower, have leisure time, what type of leisure, and when to draw. You design the composition of a sequence of activities in your day. Another powerful concept of design is the idea of balance, yin and yang. If you look around, you will see it everywhere. We rest, sleep, and we are up and active. That has to be in balance. We need to do both. You want to create art, which is a mental effort, but you need to work out too, to take care of your body. Mind and body. But the same holds for your art. When you make a piece of art, there needs to be the right balance of dark and light tones, as that influences the tone of the piece. There needs to be a balance of empty areas and areas with lots of detail. If you have a drawing where you just have detail everywhere, or the opposite, almost no detail, the audience doesn't know where to look. You need these two to be in some balance, depending on the work. When you make a comic, there need to be fast-paced scenes and calm scenes where the reader can regroup and recharge. A big one art students often miss is that you need to have balance between hard practice and just having fun drawing. We started out enjoying drawing, but realized we had to become better, and so we worked hard on practicing what they call fundamentals, and before we know it, we're only doing fundamentals and getting bored with it and burning out because it's not fun anymore. You need to balance these things too. Yes, you need hard practice to practice the fundamentals, but you need to make space to have fun drawing again. Also, yin and yang. These need to be in balance. The balance idea is more important than you may realize. If you don't balance opposites, but instead mix and match and blend into an average, it will be nothingness. Instead of having a strong contrast artwork with clear dark and clear light areas, beautiful shapes, you would end up with a mishy-meshy, boring mid-grey work. You mustn't mix the two extremes into an average blend. You need both extremes, and you need to have them balanced. Everything is composition and design, or it should be. Focus some attention on the design and composition of each of these. Don't make them happen by accident. Every choice you make, what you eat, what music you listen to, what books you keep on your shelf, shapes your mental landscape. You are designing the input that will feed your art. Curate your environment. Treat your workspace like a living artwork. Design your attention. Choose the kinds of visuals, people, and ideas you expose yourself to. Design your time. Build rhythms that sustain creativity instead of draining it. Design your rest, because the space between actions is part of the composition too. Design is not about control, it is about awareness. The moment you realize you are designing your life, you can start shaping it with the same care you give your art. Design your art, but also design your days, your spaces, your inputs. It will show in both the quality and intent of your work. Make these design decisions on purpose. The way to go about design is to first decide on 1, 2, or 3 things that are important to you and purposely build everything around it. In my case, I want to become better at drawing from imagination, so I have my tools workspaces and art inspirations set up so that I can have them with me always, instantly ready to draw for a bit wherever I am. I work on removing unnecessary activities like spending a lot of time designing posts for social media, things that don't help me become better at drawing from my imagination. I also focus on my health, a healthy mind in a healthy body. Family comes first, but to be there for my family, I need personal well-being too, and art gives me that. Design everything about your life and optimize for the things you want to do. If you don't, strangers will make those decisions for you. Large corporations have just the addictive technology for you and just the addictive unhealthy food for you. Everything is designed. Take control of every detail of your life to optimize it for the life you want to lead. Design your life. Otherwise, someone else will, or you will wander aimlessly through life. Design everything about your life with purpose in mind. Check out the Practice Drawing This website, where I host lots of drawing practice resources which you cannot find anywhere else. Thank you for listening.